All aboard the voyage of the Dawn Treader. Today begins a new day in consciousness. Hello, all. Welcome to episode 101, a Dawn Treader. It is a new morning for consciousness. Every morning is, but this morning is particularly special because I marked it with a word, because I specified it as today's that day. I'm bringing this up because yesterday was painful for many of you. The idea that there was not an IKEA for children, making it that easy to sell you a child and ship them to you in a box has brought some of you much pain and sadness. You've grumbled in the comments about how evil I am for suggesting that something horrible that's happening in your fantasies might not be real. I have shattered your illusions and destroyed your faith in something called Pizzagate. Marty Leeds tells me that because haven't watched his video is the only reason why I don't believe in Pizzagate, and that inside of those videos unlocks the secret that allows me to believe in Pizzagate once again, that allows me to return my faith and belief in my prana and pour it into Pizzagate. And I would say to Marty publicly right now that, Marty, if your video had proof of Pizzagate, I would argue that I would not be the person that you are emailing right now saying, James, you need to watch this video about Pizzagate. Sorry, you didn't email me, but to put it in the comments. That instead you would be calling the police. You would be calling the FBI. You would be calling anyone with a badge that would listen. And you would be saying, here is finally the evidence that no one else has been able to have or see. Here in this video that I now have the evidence that proves all this. I would like to enter it in a deposition. But that's not what happened. Instead, you posted it in my comments, telling everyone else, no, it's real, but you have to watch my movie. It's only then will you find the faith and come back to the shores of Pizzagate. And I'm on the forecastle of a new ship called the Dawn Treader, and I'm looking straight ahead, and I'm saying, no, fuck that. You can keep saying that's real. In fact, we need that. We need an island where people can land as they find themselves to the new dawn. And I think that Marty's Island is perfect for that. I think it provides that stepping stone when someone's not quite ready to let go of those illusions, that they'd like to cling to them a little bit more. They'd like to throw that prana deeper into that fire and really, really visualize and fantasize just how horrible Pizzagate is and why it's happening even though we can't actually tangibly prove it. What we have is people's last names that say La Fontes. What we have are street addresses. What we have are cell phone records. What we have is what's called an SQL database. Select query. Semicolon, database, semicolon. No, wait. Sorry, it's been a while. Single quotation, database, single quotation, period, single quotation, missing children table. Select entries from table whose zip code equals 20064. List alphabetically. Insert thumbnail into file. Export file to Wayfair. Oh my God. I just made half the world believe in human trafficking, and all it took was an SQL query. All it took was two databases, a missing persons database and a fucking online catalog. And the exact same CEOs of the exact same corporations that exactly came out on exactly the same day and said, you need to wear a mask and the economy's going down because of this fucking virus, are telling you that Wayfair is selling you children. The same people who sold you the name James Alefantis crammed Waynell Sexton up your ass and you took it like a man. All of us did who fall for this shit, because that's what Babylon is. It's a sodomy fantasy land. And you enter into that fantasy land and you were led by salaciousness. You were led by what stings the most, what makes my pee-pee shrivel the most inside of me. That is what I will believe. And the reason why you might hear me as being testy right now is because I have had feelings hurt before. I've been telling someone, my God, I had a shitty day. Let me dump my problems on you. And they say, please, James. I lend you my ears and I tell them about this awful day I had. Oh, my coworker did this and he said that and he said that. And that person who's there to listen to me, who's there to give me empathy, leans in and says, God, man, I guess that's bad. But I saw a movie once, and in the movie, that guy, he suffered much, much worse than your story. Have you seen that movie? It's so sad. That guy in that movie, I think it was Jim Carrey. My God, his character suffered so much. Oh, the poor things that man went through. I can't believe he was able to finish the movie. I really felt for him. And I remain abandoned. I remain abandoned in my own humanity as I'm being compared to a fantasy of someone else. And right now, I'm watching children all across America being prepped with wardrobe that comes with matching face masks. But that's not nearly salacious enough. There's not even a fucking pepperoni in it. Who the hell's gonna buy this story when we can sell Pizzagate for another year? Who the hell's gonna buy this story if we can sell Founders Cult? Or if we can sell every other fucking story that never once, not one single time has led to an arrest? And none of us, like Sarah Ruth Ashcraft, who were telling me how Tom Hanks sold her as a slave, ever confine themselves to actually record a deposition. And as I'm typing back with Isaac Cappy going, dude, why the fuck don't you record a deposition? I'm met with the same stalwart look I get when I tell Marty Leeds, if your video has the evidence that Pizzagate is real, why do you not take it to the police? I like Marty Leeds, but he's fallen for the same trap I've fallen for so many times. And I choose him right now as an instrument of education for all of you. There is much to fucking unlearn. And we do not understand how shitty it is to tell someone whose real suffering in the world is overridden by a fantasy story by a Zionist dick cutter who started a newspaper in Israel. But we're supposed to hate Mossad, but not when they give us good gravy. Not when they give us shit that we can walk around town going, smell the quaff of how disgusting this is. And you end up with a village carrying torches, looking for a monster who just wants to drink soup and play fucking violin. I am disgusted by my own behavior. Disgusted by how easily I fell for it. I'm disgusted by how much praise I blindly threw towards Liz Crokin and others. Not once did I ever consider the vigilance of those calories. Not once did I ever look at myself and say, have I done my diligence? Here I am bitching at everyone else in the world for not following truth, for not doing their due diligence, and I'm the one who's fucking doing it. In fact, if I could do focus more on this, if I could look deeper into this and find things that other people have not found that somehow would provide corroborating evidence for Pizzagate, I would be heralded a hero. People would post on other people's videos saying, you have to see James True's video, for that will prove that Pizzagate is real. And not one of those people who post that link saying, this finally proves it, will ever consider it worthy enough to take it to a law enforcement officer. Not one person will do that. Nor will Sarah Ruth Ashcraft ever report her story. Same with Isaac Cappy. And I know how cruel it is for me to talk about someone like Isaac Cappy. Apparently he's dead. We know he's dead because all of us saw a picture of him sitting on a bridge. And because we saw a picture of him sitting on the bridge, and because we read a newspaper story in another fucking tabloid, we decided this is the truth. We decided this is what happened. Meanwhile, half of you don't even know what happened to Tracy Twyman. I don't even say it because it's none of your fucking business. It doesn't mean you shouldn't look, but it means we all need to curb our fucking eyes and realize this is not a game. Your reptile brain is looking at this picture. Your reptile brain doesn't fear novelty. We've had these masks so long that your reptile brain walks past this coat rack and goes, meh, well, they match. They match, it's fine. And there's no way I can prop this up on a pedestal to look more fancy than Marty Leeds' video on Pizzagate. I can't do it. And as we run to that Pizzagate and suckle on that deep fried hot dog that's dipped in tater tots, and we look at each other going, we found the truth now, boy. This is the truth right here. We found it. This shit is ignored. And you tell me, no, James, I can care about both. And you're full of shit. Sorry I'm being a dick today. Man, I wish I would have started over. But here it is. You only have so many calories. You only have so much will. And I'm competing with Marty Leeds' Pizzagate video to try and stop child abuse that's actionably happening right now. But we can't, because when you put this up next to Pizzagate, you're going to go, meh, meh. There's not food in it. There's not smell. There's not the quaff of a party. There's not karaoke. All there is a matching mask and shirt. They match, James. What could be so wrong? Come on back to Pizzagate, baby. I'll stick my finger up your ass and make it feel real good. Because that's what we're doing right now. This has never been a truth movement. The reason why I don't have more followers is because I fucking do this. I go on tirades sometimes and I just fucking yell at people. Because I tell them, stop pretending this is a truth movement. This is a fucking comfort movement. All of this is a comfort movement. Man, I should not have streamed today. Too late now, though. That's what happens when you do a live show. You can feel it now. You're such a dick. And I am. I am, because I'm mad at this shit. I'm mad. Yesterday, Owen sent me a picture of a school bus. Fucking nailed it. He's like, this is the new rape van. And he's right. He's right. But how do you tell people that? How do you convince people that that's the case? This isn't Pizzagate. This isn't Pizzagate. This is not Pizzagate. This ain't 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 Pizzagate. That ain't Pizzagate. That is not, these are wings of fucking social distancing, guys. Angel wings of social distancing. It's not Pizzagate. It's not Pizzagate. It's not Pizzagate. There's no way I will ever win. I will never defeat your Pizzagate stories. I will never defeat Sarah Ruth Ashcraft getting up every morning and telling me, I remember the time they hung me from my fingernails and they showed me video of lotion and they said that the lotion was something. And she just goes on these fucking 5-year tirades about how much she's tortured. As all of us, me included, carve off our dollar bills. Going, oh yeah, tell me it like it is, baby. There's some good truth right there. Oh, is that a nipple? Oh. And we all fall for that shit. And do you know how many calories it takes to look at someone who claims to be a victim like that and look them right in the fucking eyes and say, I don't believe you? Do you know how much shit you get for even suggesting that? You get minions coming on. If you watch this video, you'd understand it's true. Do you know how many times I've been told, if I watched this video, I would understand it's true? Do you know how many times I understand but no one else does? That the caloric resonance of simply ingesting the same information over and 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 over again finally wears you the fuck down and you can't remember. Is that something I knew was true or is that something that I just heard a shitload of over and over again? And you don't have the vigilance to stalk your mind. I know that because I'm a smart motherfucker and I do not have the vigilance to stalk my mind. That's why this is a new Dawn Treader. That's why we are securing a port. We've built a new ship. This is a zetetic ship. It's a crystal ship right in the middle of your temple. It's right there. And all these perturbations that you hear, there are so many that you cannot afford to listen to bullshit anymore. Because every opportunity you give bullshit, every opportunity you let salaciousness lead your focus and your belief, you lose a vital chunk of who the fuck you are. You're telling all... Sorry for cussing. Man, I'm sorry for cussing. You tell all of your blood cells in your arm, hey guys, y'all believe in Pizzagate now. And so all our will, all of our commitment, all of our drama, all of the situations that we feel, we will now compare to Pizzagate. And anything that's not as bad as Pizzagate will automatically be lowered by comparison. You have no choice. Your adrenals, every time you get an input, your adrenals have to cross-reference. Wait a minute. It's a hot pepper. Let me see. Hot pepper, hot pepper, hot pepper. Banana pepper. Definitely hotter than a banana pepper. Red pepper. Definitely hotter than a red pepper. Chili pepper. Oh. It's just a little bit hotter than this. And they flip. They're like, holy shit. There's nothing higher than this. This is the hottest thing I've ever had. Holy shit. Wow. I'm going to store a new entry. New entry. Date. July. Have this thing. It's hot as fucking shit. Then you store it now. There's your card. Now, every time you have something hotter, you're going to go back in your Rolodex. You have to. This is how your adrenals store information. You're going to flip back there and go, banana pepper. No, definitely way hot. Oh, here it is. And now every single thing is a comparison to that. Everything. You know, have a throttle, don't you? You have the most boring thing that you've ever experienced and the most exciting thing you've ever experienced. And every single thing new comes between what? The two fucking towers. The two towers. It comes right up the middle for storage. For storage. Right? Salt, your memories. Blood, your oil. Why are you corrupting your oil with salacious bullshit that you have no proof of? But I do have proof. What is your proof? What is your proof? Because I'll show you what you have is a bunch of anonymous shit posters. People who've changed their name to say SRA, Satanic Ritual Abuse, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft. And they build their entire persona off that. They become that person. They step into the archetype of that victim. They wear it like a procedure. And they wrap themselves in the shrapnel of what they're claiming happened to them. And while they're wrapped in this saran wrap, every piece of them dies. Every field that they own dies. And finally, it becomes profitable for them to remain inverted. It becomes profitable to lie even more. It's a threshold, right? The sine wave turns and it goes negative. It goes deeply negative. And at this point, you become a masochistic flogger running through the village. And anytime you see anyone in pain, you're going to run up to them and go, I can do better. And you will flog yourself to beat that person because there could be only one. And that's what happens when you enter into evacuation. There could be only one. The technology of belief is completely unavoidable. It is in your system whether you want it to be there or not. So you might as well spend a little bit of love and calories and say, why the fuck am I letting this in my temple? 2 girls, 1 cup. 2 girls, 1 cup. Who here watched it? Why? Second question. Do you wish you could unwatch it? Third question. Can you unwatch it? Ignorance is not a bad word, my friends. Ignorance is a virginity. And we've been taught our whole lives that ignorance is evil and we should battle ignorance. And we battle ignorance with data, not truth. We battle ignorance with salaciousness, not truth. And I can prove it in 2 words. Pizza Gate. Oh, that's not good enough. I'll prove it in another 2 words. Epstein Island. We can go all day. We can keep doing this all fucking day. Or we can climb aboard the Dawn Treader. And you can set sail for a new direction. You can set your vector in the world. And you could say, I see the best apocalypse ever. Which means I don't have fucking time for these sirens pulling me over to this rocky island going, pizza, Gate. Pizza. Gate. QAnon. Isn't it fascinating how both those things came from the exact same source? Isn't it fascinating how Breitbart was always the scoop on every single one of those stories? Every single one? But you haven't done that math because it's not salacious. All you have is images, stories that you can paint in someone's mind and give it that sauce. Just all sauce. Man, I wish I wasn't being so preachy right now. I know what it feels like when someone's story is discounted because someone goes, oh yeah, I saw that in a movie. It's just such a fucking gut punch. And I'm not the one having to wear a mask. I'm not the one who has to go to school in these things. But I just can't help but feel for the ones that do. It's the most unempathic thing I think you could do right now. Is to fall in these traps of Wayfair, Pizzagate, Epstein, Jizz Maxwell. Her fucking name is Jizz, guys. Her name is Jizz. Let's review Epstein Island for salaciousness. Please tell me which part of this is missing an element of salaciousness. Tropical Island, billionaire, elite princes and presidents, pedophilia, satanic worship, dental chairs, fucking underwater submarines, world leaders, Nexium cults, a blowjob from George Clooney. Please tell me, in a room of reality show writers, when you're putting that script together, what's missing? What else is missing from that story in the genre where it would still be quasi-believable? Because the answer is none. It's got every single element you could imagine. And the plastic cows never gave it away. Not one of these truthers were like, hey, there's fucking plastic cows. What's that about? There's an ambulance, but hey, dude, maybe that ambulance isn't so they could run around the island and rescue kids that they just raped. Maybe if there's an ambulance there, it would only make sense if there was a hospital, but the island itself is about 2 acres. So how the fuck would there be a hospital with an ambulance? Maybe that ambulance is something else. Maybe all of this is a movie set. Maybe the faux painted utility building that literally had a painting of a door with a lock on it, which some people reported as, look, the children are locked inside because they painted the door shut. And the dome falls off in a windstorm, and you see underneath it, it's just a square roof. It's not even a real dome. And you're looking inside and you're seeing furniture. You're seeing furniture, like not even good furniture. And you're like, oh, well, there's a bed, so clearly that's where they rape kids. That's where they satanically rape kids, because they're locked in because they painted a fucking lock on the door. I realize that when I'm exposing these stories and when I'm telling you the truth of what is happening, I've realized a long ago, I'm not competing with reality. I'm not competing with truth. I'm competing with your desire to hold a belief. I'm competing with your insistence that I wasn't wrong and that everything I believed about Pizzagate's real. I'm competing with your fear of admitting you were fucking wrong, that you were deceived. And that shouldn't be a fear in anyone's eyes. We have this notion that the elite are trying to capture us, but we are too clever for them. That even though for 50 years we still fucking believe we landed on the moon, somehow